Hello. Priya, can you hear me? Is my voice audible to you? Hi. Can you hear me? Can you speak up? I'm not able to.
Hello. Yes, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
can you hear me? Okay. Your internet connection seems very. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Hello.
Your internet connection
Yeah,
seems.
it's taking you. It was even taking me a long time to join. Yeah, I'll try joining from my phone just once. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But your audio is coming after 1 or 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. I'll join from my phone and see if that works.
Okay.
Hello, does this work?
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. You can
I'll leave from here.
log out from the other one.
Yeah. Is this better now?
The phone is better. Yeah, it's
My
okay.
phone is, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let us start off with some introductions. Okay. Can you
Yeah.
please?
Well, obviously, my name is Priya, and I'm going to seventh grade in Cambridge, and um, yeah, so we've been following the Cambridge books and everything. My science is it's good. It's not that good. It's normal. So yeah,
Okay, all right. Any hobbies and interests, and where do you stay, by the way?
I stay in Ahmedabad.
Okay,
I sing, I draw, blah blah blah, just a lot of stuff.
okay, all right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Ashish, or you can call me Abhinav or Ashish or anything. Okay, I have two names. All right. I've been teaching since like last 10 years. Actually, teaching is not like my primary stuff. Okay. I am a content manager and content strategist in a multinational company. Okay. I love teaching. I've been teaching since many years. I've been teaching students since when I was a student, right? I started teaching when I was in eighth grade. I used to teach my friends mathematics and science. I used to participate in lots of quiz competitions. My knowledge regarding, external affairs, current affairs, and, general knowledge was really good. So I used to be a state level swimmer, athlete.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I have a silver and a bronze medal in state level athletics. Okay. I love sketching. I would love to show you some of my works later if you join. Okay. And I love, I right now I'm doing a lot of boxing and I'm learning Krav Maga, which is a type of
Oh,
martial arts.
that's cool.
I
I
love
did
traveling.
jujitsu for like 3 months and then I just decided to stop.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu is a kind of, I'm starting off with boxing. All right. I'm learning to how to land punches and stuff. All right. I love traveling. I have traveled to 21 states in India. I recently visited Thailand. I'm planning to visit Singapore and Malaysia
It's
in
nice. I
next year.
also, well, not recently, last winter I went to
Last winter.
Thailand. Yeah,
I spent like nearly 15, 20 days there. Really
yeah,
beautiful.
it's really nice. I loved it.
Okay. I traveled to Phuket. I traveled to Fifi
Yeah,
Islands.
we went to the. Oh, sorry, am I interrupting you? Go ahead.
No, 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 not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, we went with a family trip actually. We went to Phuket, Chiang Mai, and Bangkok. Those.
Chiang Mai is North Thailand, right? So I
Yeah,
did not have time for that. Maybe I'll visit someday later.
yeah,
Okay. I'm a cat lover. I've got four
I love
cats.
cats. Same. Oh,
I've got,
really?
yeah.
That's so cool.
One of them is sleeping right now.
No.
One of them is sleeping here on the couch. Two of them are downstairs, must be, playing or
Oh,
what. Okay, all right. Let us quickly start off. Now, let me ask you a few questions regarding you're going to be going to seventh grade, right? So we'll be covering, see, in our sessions, we'll be covering basics. Okay. It's not like I'll be sticking only to the topics. I'll be sharing interesting facts and stuff like that. Okay, whatever random stuff I learned by the way. Okay, like I used to have a lot of questions when I was kid, and that time there was no internet. Yeah, internet was
Yeah.
available. I'm talking about 15, 20 years later, or like
Oh.
previous, like 2007 or 8, when I was in class 7. So at that time, we used to visit library. Whatever questions we had, either we asked the teachers. If teachers will not be able to answer, we used to visit the library.
Oh.
And internet back then was not that much accessible as it is now. Like with the advent of AI and chat GPT and stuff like that, we can ask whatever we want and we'll be having instant answers. Right. So whatever stuff I was curious at that time, I'll be sharing with you lots of interesting facts related to our day-to-day life. All right. Science as a whole, we will not be aiming towards any kind of mugging up. We will be focusing on understanding the concepts. Okay. Application
Yes.
these concepts we'll be learning. Okay. It should be able, whatever knowledge we'll be learning in class, we should be able to apply that in real life. Okay. Any many questions like how does an engine function, or how does an air conditioner work, how do planes fly, okay, why
Yeah.
do ships float? So all of these questions we will be understanding in depth. Okay, why is it easier to swim in sea in comparison to a swimming pool? Okay, so all of those questions we will be studying regarding that. Interesting facts regarding our human body, chemistry, physics, and all of these things we will be learning. Now, in today's session, we will be covering a topic that is called as matter and separation of substances. Basic chemistry we will be learning. Okay, physical chemistry we'll be learning today. Let me share my screen and just confirm that if my screen is visible to you or not. Okay, basic stuff we'll be starting off, and then we will be doing advanced level questions. Okay, it's not like we will be covering directly advanced level. Anywhere you face any kind of difficulty in this class or any future classes, feel free to ask me. Okay, all right, so let me, okay, now in this topic since this is a demo session, we will be having,
Hello? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I don't know. My phone switched off and it had a lot of battery, so
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, so in today's session, we will be talking regarding matter, basic chemistry. We'll be talking about what is matter, things around us, what are they made up of, states of matter, solids, liquids, and gases,
Yeah.
characteristics of those, okay, particles, atoms, molecules, all of those things, basic stuff we will be covering in today's session. Okay, let us move forward. Now, what is matter? What do we consider as matter? Anything that exists, right?
Yeah.
Any physical thing that exists around us will be called as matter.
Yeah.
Can our feelings be considered as matter? Can we
No, because
consider
they're
feelings? Okay, I'm feeling very sad. Okay, feelings of love, hate, okay, anger, all of these things. Can we consider that as matter? No. Okay, matter means anything that exists physically. It is made up of something. Okay, we'll be calling that as matter. So
yeah.
matter is everything around us. It is defined as anything that has mass and takes up some space. It has volume. These are the two conditions where we consider something as matter. Okay, it should exist. Basically, it should exist. Whatever it exists, it should be occupying some space. Okay,
Yeah.
and it should have some mass.
Yeah.
What is the meaning
My
of mass? Mhm.
mass is something that can be measured, like
Mhm.
what the measurement of something.
Uh, Not measurement exactly, Priya. Mass means
Oh,
whatever
is
matter
it?
or substance that is present inside any substance or a body.
I remember there was something, I don't remember which was which, but first there was a formula of how you can convert it. I think it was by 1.5 or something, mass to weight.
Okay, mass and weight, right? See, mass and weight are completely different. Mass versus weight. Okay.
Like if
Weight
you,
is actually a force. Weight is a force. Okay. You know what is
yeah.
force? Push or a pull.
So like if you were to travel to Mars, your mass would stay the same, but
Exactly.
your weight would be different.
Yes, because
Because
weight is a
weight is
force.
the amount of pressure gravity is putting on you, and mass
Yes,
then is
amount of
what you
force
want.
or amount of gravitational force that you're experiencing. Okay, that is called as weight.
Yeah,
Okay, let's say, for example, my weight is 75 kgs. Sorry, my mass is 75 kgs. Okay, it means that inside my body, the amount of matter that is present is 75 kilograms. No, I'll be same 75 kg on moon or Mars or whatever. It is going to be staying the same. But the
yeah,
force that I'm applying on the Earth's surface will be completely different than the force that I'll be applying if I stand on moon.
yeah,
Okay. On moon, it will appear as if I am how much? Like 1/6, right? Like 12 kgs or 13 kgs.
yeah.
Okay. Because my mass, I am 75 kgs, but it is going to appear that I'm only 12 kgs on moon.
So
Because
what is the conversion of mass to weight?
mass to weight conversion is you're going to be multiplying with 10 or 9.8. Okay.
Okay.
Because weight or force is given by mass times acceleration due to gravity.
Yeah,
Okay. Acceleration due to gravity of Earth is 9.8 meters per second square or 10. So whatever mass you have, you can multiply with 10, you will be getting your actual weight. Okay, but the weight word, like in physics, it is different. But in day-to-day life, in English, we use weight for mass also. Okay, if somebody asks, how much do you weigh? Or what is your weight?
yeah,
So say that your weight is like 40 kgs or something.
yeah,
But if in science, in physics, when we are working with weight, so my weight will be 750 newtons.
yeah.
Newton is the unit of
And
force. Okay, named after Isaac Newton. Okay,
yeah,
all right. So anything that has mass and takes up space or that it has volume is called as matter. Okay, let us move
yeah,
forward. Okay, now actually we have five states of matter, but for you, just focus on the beginning three. Okay, no need to focus on Bose, Einstein, condensate, and plasmas. That is for higher grades. Not going to be coming in examinations. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Okay. Technically, we have three good old states of matter that we find in day-to-day life. That is solids, liquids, and gases.
yeah,
Okay. Now we know that matter is made up of very tiny, tiny particles, right? If you keep on breaking that matter, like if you have a piece of paper or a piece of coal or a piece of something, stone, if you
yeah,
keep on breaking down tiniest and tiniest and tiniest pieces, so a point will come, we are going to be getting the smallest particle of matter. Okay, that is a molecule or an atom. Okay, actually molecules are bigger than atoms. They are made up of atoms, different atoms. So you
yeah,
go like just for the study's sake, just remember that it is particles. Okay. In depth regarding atoms and molecules, you will be learning in higher grades. Okay, or
yeah,
in future. So matter is made up of particles like this. All right. Matter is made up of particles like this. Okay, here you can see. You can see the animation. Now,
yeah.
which one do you think is solid? Which one do you think is liquid and which is gas?
The solid one is the one where they're all row and pattern. Liquid is where they're kind of pattern, but they're moving around, and gas is where they're everywhere.
Okay. Now, what difference do you see here? What is the difference in between these three?
The gas particles are they move everywhere. There's not a lot of force putting it together.
Correct. Very good. What the
Liquid,
keyword here is? The keyword here is force of attraction or interparticle force of attraction, right? The keyword here is first one is interparticle force of attraction.
and
Okay.
then liquid is they are kind of stuck together, but they also move around a lot.
Okay, and solids, they cannot move,
Yeah.
they cannot flow. Okay, that is the reason why liquids and gases are called as what?
Uh,
Fluids. They're
yeah.
called as fluids. Fluids means something that can flow. Flow fluids. So now, many students they think that only
Yeah.
liquids are called as fluids. No, gases and liquids both are called as fluids because both have the ability to flow. Okay, solids, they are, their interparticle force of attraction is so high that they're completely squished together.
Yeah.
Okay. And as we go from solid to liquid, this attraction, this force of attraction between each other, it reduces. Okay, and from liquid to gases, it further reduces.
Yeah.
Clear? Next, another important point that we have to observe here, okay, is interparticle space. Okay, interparticle space means space in between what? Two
Particles.
particles. Yes, space in between two particles. So which one do you think has the maximum space in between two particles? And which one has
Yes.
the gases have the maximum space in between them? Why? The reason being interparticle force of attraction is very less. Now, if the force of attraction is very less, it's obvious that they will be further away from each other, right?
Yeah.
Clear? It is pretty much logical. Similarly, since solid have very high attraction forces in between them, that is why they are called squished together. They have very less space. They're tightly packed. Got it?
Yeah.
They are tightly packed. That is why the interparticle spaces is less. Understood these 2 points?
Yeah.
Okay. And always remember that gases and liquids both are called as fluids.
Yes.
All right. Now, what do you think makes ice melt or
Um.
water to turn into steam? Why do you think it happens?
Vaporizing and ice melting is boiling point. Well, is it? Oh, I don't know.
No, ice
Melting,
melt is
melting
melting
point.
point, right?
Sorry.
And water turning into steam is at
Boiling
boiling
point.
point. Yes. Why do you think it happens? Why do you think ice becomes water and again water becomes steam? Why does that happen? Why doesn't
Because
ice stay like that forever?
the heat is when something is hot, it makes things fall apart. It makes things melt and fall apart.
Yes. And why exactly? What exactly is heat? Have you ever thought about it? What is
Hydrogen,
heat? What exactly do we mean when we talk about heat? What is
um,
the meaning of heat?
thermal energy. No, is it? Yeah,
Thermal
thermal
energy. Like
energy.
how do you visualize it? How do you think about it in your head? If I say something like,
It's
okay, this
steam. I think steam.
Mhm.
Steam.
Steam. Okay, you imagine steam. Okay, like how do you imagine then? Okay, if I say regarding heat, okay, pay attention here. Heat means how much particles vibrate. That is called as heat. Nothing and nothing. Like nothing less, nothing more. That's
Yeah.
what heat is. Let's say if I say, okay, if I say that, okay, this box is very hot. Now, why is this very hot? It means that this box possesses so much energy that its particles are vibrating extremely. Extreme vibration is there. If let's say I have normal water, okay, and I have hot water. Hot water,
Yeah.
this is normal water. Now, what is the difference? Both are water, right? But
Yeah.
if we look at them through, like big shot microscopes, like electron microscopes or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if we think about it from in-depth chemical perspective, the water molecules here are moving extremely fast.
Yeah.
Okay, and this water molecule in the normal ones, they're moving slowly.
Why?
Okay, because we have provided them with energy. Heat is nothing but energy.
Yeah.
It is nothing but energy. It is called as kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means energy possessed by a moving object. That is called as kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Anything which is moving, it possesses kinetic energy. Are you possessing kinetic energy right now? No.
Yeah.
If you start to run or if you start to, you're sitting down, right? You don't have
Yeah.
any kind.
If I'm like moving my hands or something.
Okay, if you move your hands, then your hand will have kinetic energy, not you.
Oh.
Okay. If you start to run, then your entire body is going to be having kinetic
Yeah.
energy.
I have a question. If like so if you move from one place to another, kinetic energy, right? Kind
Yeah,
of basically.
while moving, any moving object like a moving ball or a moving
So like if
or
I was in an aeroplane, am I doing kinetic energy because I'm not moving, the aeroplane is. But
but you are moving, right? You are sitting inside the plane.
yeah,
You
but
will,
I'm not I don't possess kinetic energy, right?
yeah, you are, if since you are moving, you will be having kinetic energy. See, if let's say, just don't think about aeroplane. Let's say you are sitting inside a bus. Okay, or
Yeah.
you're standing in a bus. If the bus suddenly stops, will you stop with the bus? No, you'll be keeping on moving forward, right? You're
Why?
falling head first. If we
Why?
brake, if you have sat in a car, right? What
Yeah.
happens when we brake? We tend to fall
Yeah.
forwards. Let's say if car is accelerating very fast, we tend to push backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Newton's first law of motion, law of inertia. It means that if you are moving, the car is also moving, right? You are also moving inside the car. If the brakes are applied, the car is stopping. You are not stopping. Your lower body is connected to the car, not your upper body. Your upper body still has kinetic energy. So you are
Oh,
still moving forward. So you have to apply some opposite force. You have to hold on to something in order to not fall.
yeah.
You must have seen in car accidents, right? Where
Yeah.
the driver breaks the glass and falls out of the car. You
Yeah.
must have seen accident videos. Okay, like somebody will be driving and who is not wearing seat belt. If there is a massive accident, the force is so much that the driver smashes the windshield and comes out in front of the car, comes out of
Yeah.
the car. Why? Because the car stopped. There's nothing to hold him with the car. So his kinetic energy will make him move forward as
Yeah.
he was in that same speed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so kinetic energy means any moving object will be having kinetic energy.
Okay.
Okay, that is the reason why they are moving.
Yeah.
Clear? So let's say in the normal one, I apply heat. Okay, I apply heat.
Yeah.
Got it? So the flame contains extremely fast moving
Yeah.
particles. So when those fast moving particles collide with the container or whatever, or the steel pan or whatever you are boiling in, the steel pan will start to get hot. The steel pan's molecules will start vibrating. Now, if the
Yeah.
steel pan's molecules start vibrating when it gets hot, the same heat will be transferred to the water. If something is vibrating, whatever is beside it will also vibrate, right? Imagine if I'm holding you, okay, by both hands, okay, and
Yeah.
I will be vibrating. You will be also vibrating, right?
Yeah.
My energy will be transferred to you. So exact
Yeah.
same thing happens here. Okay, try to understand in depth concepts. These are all in depth concepts which I'm talking about right now. Okay, the basis of heat. What is the meaning of heat? Why it happens?
Because it's energy.
Yes, heat is nothing but kinetic energy. How fast or how aggressively things are vibrating, or how significantly the
Yeah.
particles are vibrating. Now, when the hot water, okay, you know that water has interparticle force of attraction, right? They're holding, or the water molecules are nearby. That's the reason. Now, if my energy becomes so high and the water molecules become to vibrate so fast and so high that they defeat their intermolecular force of attraction, they break free from their bonds and they turn
Yeah.
into gas.
Oh.
Got it? This is
Yeah.
how water changes into steam. Now you know that the reverse is also true. We can cool down that vapor and we can get water, that right?
Yeah.
Vapor we can cool down. So cooling down means we are taking away their heat. We are taking away their energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine if two children are playing, very aggressively. If you take away, if somehow we have the power to take away their energy, will they move that fast? They'll be
No.
coming and sitting down in a quiet place. So that is exactly what happens. So water vapor in gaseous, in steam, they're moving extremely fast. If I take away their energy, if I cool them down, so they will be again coming together and they will be turning into liquids.
Yeah.
And the same liquid, if I again take away more heat, if I take away more of their energy, they will be turning into ice. They will be coming even closer and closer and closer together so that they form solids or ice. Understood
Yeah.
how it happens? Concepts clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how ice also melts. Ice melts means it is absorbing energy, it is absorbing heat from the atmosphere or the outside environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So its bonds break and they turn into liquid. Liquid again, if we heat more, okay, they move so fast that their bonds break and they turn into gas.
Yeah. I have a question. You
Okay.
know, like when something is like really cold, there's
Mhm.
also like smoke coming. So,
Yeah, that smoke is water vapor. Okay, the vapor which is condensing in real time.
oh, oh,
Okay, the vapor is condensing and is turning into mist. Okay, or
oh,
temporary fog. Temporary fog.
yeah,
Okay, that is why it looks like that. Okay, it is not water vapor. Remember, Priya, it is not water vapor. Many of
yeah.
my students ask me, sir, if something is cold and some kind of water vapor is seen around it, it is mist. You know what is mist? Okay,
Oh,
temporary fog, like whatever. It is so cold that it is even cooling down the water vapor present in the atmosphere near that.
yeah,
That's why you see kind of a temporary mist or temporary fog-like thing. Okay, around it.
yeah,
Clear? Priya? Okay,
yeah,
this concept clear? Next.
yes,
This we have already discussed. See, solid phase change. Okay, phase means which state is it in? State of physical state of matter. Physical state. So it's
yeah,
same water. There's no chemical change here. No chemical reaction happening here. In chemical reaction, what happens? New substances are produced. That is called as chemical change. Here, no chemical change is happening. Here,
yeah,
solid is turning into liquid. Liquid is turning into gas. Okay,
yeah.
due to its phase change.
Yeah, I'm just plugging my charger in.
Okay, all right, got it. We have
Yes.
actually nearly arrived at the end of our session today.
Oh,
Okay. It's supposed to
okay.
be 30-minute session.
Oh,
Okay. It is already
sorry,
47.
joined late.
It's completely fine. Okay. All right. Now, next, when you join the regular sessions, okay, we'll be talking in depth regarding pressure. Why we use pressure cooker? What actually happens inside a pressure cooker? Okay, why do we get nosebleeds when you travel to high altitudes or when you
Yeah,
trek or something like that? Okay, why divers they cannot go beyond a certain depth in the ocean? Okay,
yeah,
regarding pressure, atmospheric pressure, how it affects solids, liquids, and gases. Okay, we'll be studying how if we apply enough pressure to a gas, we can actually make it as a liquid. You have seen deos, right? Deodorant sprays, body sprays,
yeah,
perfumes. Okay, and if you shake it, you will feel a liquid inside the can. But when
yeah,
you press the nozzle, a gas comes out.
yeah,
Okay. Same thing happens in your house. That is your LPG, liquid, gas cylinders. You must have seen gas cylinders, right? Priya?
yeah,
A liquid is present inside. That is why it is called as liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, right?
yeah,
But when you turn on the nozzle, a gas comes out, not liquid, because we can apply extreme pressure and we can compress that gas and force it. We can force those gas particles to come together and form a liquid under
yeah.
extreme pressure. Okay, that also in depth or in details we are going to be talking about. Okay,
Okay.
so I hope you enjoyed the session. All right, looking forward to meet you in the next.
Okay. Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, Priya.